Welcome back to the Chalk Talk Show, your Call of Duty podcast for pure punditry but expect no expertise. We are reaching champs. It is the end of the season. How's it going,
Tomorrow.
guys? How's it
More
going, guys?
stars.
Yes, actually, as of recording, it starts tomorrow.
It's pretty exciting, man. This is what the whole year comes to, right? Like champs is really, I don't know what the prize pools are anymore off the top of my head, but champs is ultimately this is it, right? Like this is the one tournament everyone cares about. It's the one that you can't disrespect it no matter what goes on. Like champs is champs, man, and anything can happen. That's the other magical thing. Although this year with how many top teams we have, I think that would have been expected regardless, guys. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, it looks, if you're in Southern Ontario at all, it looks a little bit like Arrakis outside today, but I mean, we're getting the bad vibes out of the way before this weekend, man. This weekend, not only do we have the World Cup final on Sunday, not only do we have the Odyssey, which I'm seeing in 3 days' time on 70mm IMAX, bought my tickets a year ago, but we also have Call of Duty champs, man. This is a weekend for the ages. It's going to be cinema. I can't wait.
Look, all I'm saying is that regarding the whole, it's a ruckus out there. We're being hit with a heat wave. At least it's not being held at Kickstarter this year. They'd be fucked this weekend if that was the case. Even more so. But, okay. You brought it up right away, and I was going to say it for later, but fuck it, let's get right into it. Champs as a tournament. Now, people will always be talking about it's the end-all, be-all. You've got some people out there in other shows and whatever, in the discourse being like, it's not as important. Having more majors important for your legacy or whatever like that. What do you guys think? Like, is champs actually end all be all, or do we put too much weight on it in gauging a player and his achievements? I'll start off with the opinion for once in my life. I'm on the fence that champs is important. All the things people say about, oh, it's the end of the year, so everyone's bringing out all the stops. The game's been learned at this point. I don't know how much I feel about that because it's only like a year to learn a game. Quite honestly, you probably can get more out of a game if you use it. But regardless, champs is the culmination of everything. I was talking to the Toronto guys, and they're saying how yes, you train differently for champs. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand it. I can even see the argument, and sometimes I lean this way where like at the majors, you're playing all the same teams. You have to go through winners bracket. You might get knocked down to losers. You have to win the final series. Like, I totally get it that in terms of the format, it's not that different, and the actual accomplishment is pretty similar. But I mean, ultimately, like everyone remembers who wins champs. All of the majors contribute towards your seeding at champs. I mean, it's champs. You want to win champ. You'd rather win probably 2 champs than 3 major ones through your career. I mean,
probably, I think a lot of people would say 2 champs over like 5 major ones, man. Like, I think that's the kind of scale people are rating it at least from my belief. And I think what a lot of people get confused by too is like, you can be a great player, but champs is just the biggest tournament, man. Like, this is how you measure the success, the accolades of a player, right? There's a lot of good players. There's a lot of great players, but like, if we want to talk about accolades, this is the biggest one, I think. And I know some people these days will talk about EWC having a big prize pool, but bro, EWC is like, I know a lot of people these days don't remember pre-franchise leagues, but this would be like just a random tournament organizer coming in and throwing a random tournament in your game, and everyone's just there for the paycheck, bro. Like, it ain't special. There's nothing more to it. This is how the pro players, sustain esports. It's important to the scene. But if you want to talk about accolades, don't even think about bringing this up for me.
That's always been a more interesting question to me than like, is champs more important than this? Do you guys count and value EWC equally as the other majors?
I was gonna throw that out as my rage bait in the moment. You fucking,
I do. I completely do.
No.
I do.
Orion
it's a major.
went into the EWC before I could cut him off and transition to being, what is EWC more important than champs? No, but he fucking cut me off before I could actually bait it. Okay, let's get into it. EWC. What was your question again?
Go ahead.
Like
on the same level and valued the same as winning a major 1 or a major 2? I don't value it the same as winning champs, not at all. But
Why?
I mean, it's a major 1, major 2 level event for me. If you win one of those, it's the same as winning EWC to me.
Why?
because it's a big tournament with a lot of money and people are trying. It's not exhibition.
Oh, okay. So you do value it as much as a major.
It's not like that tournament they did in Vanguard, like the season kickoff invitational or whatever.
People count that shit now, by the way. Anyway,
They do, but I mean, it was a single elim tournament, and there was no AM teams. At least, like, you know, EWC has AM teams.
do you
and,
count EWC more than a major?
Probably the same amount. Not as much as champs, but probably the same amount as a
Interesting.
major. Yeah.
From what I gather, the community consensus is that it's more than a major, less than a champs. What the fuck is that voice not dude? What about you?
I mean,
Ryan?
I think it just comes from the prize pool, right? Like, from a prize pool's perspective, that totally makes sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, frankly, I think just there's a certain atmosphere that we attribute to LAN that, from what I've seen historically, EWC just doesn't have, where it just doesn't have the same thing as like filling a full sports arena and, you know, people like the roof just blows off in a big play, right? Think about when Toronto Ultra knocked out, I think it was LA Thieves at the Toronto LAN, where, you know, Scrap in like Modern Warfare 3 at the top of the map. I forget the freaking name of that map. I always forget the name of it, but it's one of the ones that was added later in the year. And top mid of the map basically just guns Draza, and him and Insight win the like 2v3 to win the map and knock out LA Thieves. And the crowd just erupts. This was in Toronto, the first time the fuck you Draza chants ever like really popped off at the CDL, bro. You're gonna try and tell me that that moment is comparable to EWC? Any moment in any EWC, by the way.
I mean,
I don't believe
EWC is so much of a. It's a lot newer. This is the first year it's not like in a studio in Saudi Arabia. I don't know what the venue looks like. I haven't watched a lot of it. The only thing I've seen is that 100 Thieves Valorant won EWC, baby. Let's go. No, but it's in Paris now, so it might
too long.
It might be in a bigger venue
how much money
now.
for
I'm
one
sure,
win?
but
Anyway, go on.
they're growing it. It doesn't seem like it's a thing that's going to stay small forever, and it's just ultimately a cool thing that every single like major esport is unified under this one banner. Like over these next couple months, I think it's an exciting thing, and I think it's a big LAN tournament where all the best teams show up and try to win it. So I mean, I don't know why I would view it any differently, just because there hasn't been like many hype moments yet.
Psyop, bro. Wait, Ryan, did you actually say whether you rate it higher or lower than a major?
I guess I'd call it similar to a major. I'd say it's equivalent, right? You know, bigger prize pool, but less of the like kind of LAN factor, if you want to call it that. And just really quick, I wanted to mention something Davey said, because I totally agree with it, which is that, you know, it is really new, and I think it will get really hyped. Like the example I'll use is Blast from Counter-Strike as like a tournament organizer or host, right? Like when Blast first came on the scene in CSGO, they, you know, people did not like those tournaments, right? Dino, I think you remember that sort of era, right?
Oh, yeah,
where,
of course.
you know,
That was the era when they were still also owned by the same owner of Astralis. They were under the same company, so a lot of fucking questionable things there. But it was after they split and they had sort of their own infrastructure built in, where they started following their own. They like implemented their own direction and shit like that. It was no longer like invitational only, because for the most part, it really was just a way for Astralis to get additional wins under their belt, or at least or something like that. But yeah, Blast at the start, and still to the degree now, PGL is kind of taking that mantle now, is being like cut underneath the legs and being looked as an inferior product when it comes to compared to ESL or something like that. But at this point of time, like I said, PGL kind of is taking that now. Blast is a comparable product to ESL, if not at points better. They're just getting fucked a lot in terms of scheduling, honestly. But anyway, yes, let's go into that point about EWC. How many years has it been now, right? I think
this is year 3.
They had a year already where Call of Duty wasn't there, I believe. So we're entering the third year for Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was gonna say, I think it's a little older than 3. I was gonna guess 5, but I don't feel that confident about that.
I think it's 4. It definitely was not around in 2022. The rumblings were around 2022, but I can't be sure whether they actually started all the whole thing in 2023, but they definitely were in 2024.
I thought that year phase 1 was the first year of it.
For Call of Duty specifically.
I must have just been completely tapped out. I didn't know it was a thing before that.
I think what it is too is like the first EWCs, if I'm not mistaken, were basically the first kind of Falcons orgs that came into esports, and it was a really like only 1 or 2 games. Like I think Counter-Strike was really early,
Oh,
and they had the thing where like some big soccer star came out and presented a trophy or something.
Here's what it is. Here's what it is. In 2023, I remember this now because I remember using the clips. Its first iteration was called Gamers 8. See, I don't know if you guys even
That's news to
fucking
me.
remember that at all. At the time,
Yeah, man,
very
sure.
much a Mickey Mouse Cup. Counter Strike was there. I don't think Valorant was there, but it was a lot of like Dota, Fortnite, Rocket League, all that stuff. So like tier 2, some tier 1s. But 2024 is when they pull out the stops. Yeah.
Okay, true. But yeah, honestly, I think we've said it all though. Like for us, EWC, it's not the same as champs. It's about a major, right? And it has potential to be more than that in the future. I would love for it to grow into being something that's comparable to champs, because if Counter-Strike can have multiple majors in a year, why can't we have multiple champs in a year, right?
We need to. Okay, let's go back into talk about champs. But before we get into the actual picks, let's talk about who's the MVP
Season?
of the season. People are going between Scrap and Dashy, and I feel like that's a bit sudden to me.
I think
It's really-
Dashy comes in because they won Major 4. I think that's recency bias. He has looked pretty sick though. Let's be honest. But I think Optic has been the favorite every tournament. I don't think I could give that team the MVP when they've won one major. Sorry, Davey, you had something you're cooking
Yeah,
up.
no, so I mean, for me, it's hard to vote with recency bias because I really just didn't watch a ton of the last any of the NPC stages. I watched a lot of the time where, like, in the first half of the season, it was like Mercules, no question. But
I'd
I
say
mean,
he's still in conversation, to be honest.
yeah, because of how strong his first half would be. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I would think Scrap is in the conversation. Has Shotzzy been doing well this season? Maybe him. I don't know.
He's been shining, but others on his team, I feel like, shine harder in some ways, right? I think, honestly, though,
It's Shotzzy things. Like it's either the plays he's making looks like he's brain dead, or the plays he's making makes him look like the greatest COD mine of all time.
This is gonna anger Gutty, this question, but is there a argument for like Joe Deceives or something?
No.
No. I see where you're coming from, but I don't think so, right? Like, I think in my mind, like, Gentlemates had to do better at that last major. Like, if Gentlemates made the grand finals and like Joe Deceives was just slamming every game, like, fair enough. I think that's reasonable, but they just didn't make it quite far enough in my mind.
Could it be Simp again?
It could be. That was kind of what I was going to ask is it Simp? Because FaZe have looked pretty good, although, when FaZe lose, it's because Simp throws up a stinker, right? So, like, can we really say he's the MVP if he is throwing up the stinkers, right? Yeah, MVP is a pretty prestigious thing. So, honestly, the more I think about Dashy, though, the more I'm kind of feeling it. Although I do think it's, I don't think it's recency bias. I just think that he's on too stacked of a team. You know what I mean? When like every player on a team is arguably the best player in their role, it kind of feels hard to give that team an MVP. You know what I mean? And maybe that is just like a dumb,
Would you say that about Scrap too?
Goofy reason. No, I don't think. Are you kidding me? BZ was like a 0.6 all year.
Oh, true. Fair enough. Fair enough. But okay, well, at this point maybe, but yeah, they were pretty bad for the first two. Yeah, let's go.
I haven't watched enough to really know. It's hard.
No, I can't.
You know who it was?
I can't pick it.
It was Estriel, bro. He just changed every team he was on.
I was gonna go with
that's my official answer.
I was gonna go with the Simp pick, but no, I can't commit to that. That's hard. Let's go Dashy. Yeah, you know what? No, wait. Hercules was just so good. Oh my god, dude.
This guy had Hook as his #1 player, then they win a major, and he's not even thinking about him. That just goes to show he was just in love, bro. He was in love. He loved the story. Hook coming back to Optic and winning, which honestly was pretty sick.
Hey man, Hook and I are on first name basis. He said we could call him Kyler, so
there you go.
Okay.
He's got an in. He calls them by their first names, guys. It's not about the gamer tags. You wouldn't understand.
Let's go into the brackets since we're trying to predict shit now, huh?
All right. As we can see, let's start off up here. We have Optic versus Heretics in winners round 1. Now, I don't know about you guys, but Heretics, I feel like, have made champs off of their earlier season success. I don't think they're all that great right now. I think this is probably a 3-0 for Optic.
I think it's gonna be closer than you think. Heretics always matched against Optic One, in my opinion, and they.
I think it's going to be a fucking 3-0 slammage. And you know why? I think Real is garbage, bro.
Oh,
This
shit,
guy
yeah, Real.
100% is like just a kill whore, bro. Like it's just all of the Miami Heretics. That's why they love playing with them. They're all just hiding in little corners of the map trying to pop their 3-piece 1v3 where no one else shoots at them so they get a fucking TikTok clip, bro. Like these guys are garbage, man. Like it is what it is. I can't believe they did my boy Trakes dirty. That is unbelievable. I need to see that guy back in the CDL.
All that valid.
Yeah, for that.
I
that
still
was, that
think
was
they're gonna
good.
3-2. I still think
Cruel
Optic gonna
move.
3-2.
Are you
said
willing
it
to
at the
concede
start.
one for him, Betty?
Anything can happen. But
I
Optic.
think it's a fat 3-0. I think it's a, like I say, like I think it's a
I said that
100-point
originally.
club.
Alright,
It's
go
a
for it.
6-2 and it's a 7-1.
Wow.
I'm just gonna
7-1.
I'm just gonna keep the 3-2 saved in the cash.
Now, a match
Mark?
that I do think will be a little bit closer here. We have Gentlemates versus Koi.
Oh man.
Go ahead, Depot.
Hashtag bias 3-0.
Come on, that's all you're gonna give us? Like, mates have our secret weapon, bro. He's gonna know how the Toronto mines work. He's gonna be locked into Kleenex's every move, man.
3-0. I get paid.
All right, non-negotiable for Dino
It's
here.
not negotiable. I have to.
How Kips has been doing well at the majors for the most part. Do you think he does well at his first champs? Do you think he
Yeah,
kind
I
of?
think so.
I
Freaked
think
out a little bit?
Abe powers the fuck up, and that's not
Oh, I
just
forgot
because.
Abe was on the team.
And that's not just because he's a fucking funny motherfucker, as I found out last week.
Nah, man,
I think
me
I
and
think
Davey
it
had the
could go
same
5.
reaction to Abe being on this team, man. Like, come on, this is your guy that you're gonna have his back, man. Like, yeah, he's good, bro. Don't worry, man. He's gonna pop up at champs. Like,
It's
he's
no.
gonna-
It's not
man.
me believing in just Abe. It's me believing in Kleenex and Insight, the system.
They
The
do. I mean,
system.
Kleenex and Insight do well at champs.
All right.
They don't
I
win
don't know.
it, but they do well.
I think for me, you know, my first instinct here is to give this 3-1 the mates. I think that honestly, you know, that's my first instinct. I don't think Toronto Koi, like, you got to remember, this is winners bracket, right? Like, Toronto is one of these teams this season that's kind of like, you know, getting knocked out in winners round 1 isn't that crazy because you're usually up against high seeds. You know, I'd be okay with them going to the losers bracket. I don't think they're going at champs early. You know, I think they could do pretty well at champs, but you know, this one, I'm a little nervous on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Thursday. I mean, teams could be cold. They haven't played any matches in like 2 weeks. I could see it going to 5 I could see it going either way, honestly. So I'll I don't know.
Let
Well,
me
you
give you
guys
an
are pretty-
angle to
Join
work.
me.
Maybe this will change your opinion. Is just which of these teams do you think is a better land team? And that's an open question. I'm honestly not sure how to evaluate. I think both teams have land players. So which do you think is a better land team overall?
Jamie fucking Insight.
Yeah, Toronto's won a lot on LAN over the years.
It is true.
And
It is
that's
true.
Jamie fucking
But
Insight.
They haven't. If they lose this one, they've now gone 2 years without winning at LAN.
That is also
So,
true.
I think that normally I'm not a big fan of putting a lot of weight and recency bias, but because this is like a very recent development that's happening, you can only basically go off only recency bias. So I think I will lean towards the mates, but I could see it going either way. 3-1 or 3-2.
I'd accept a 3-2 on the basis that Dino is, you know, 3-0 for Koi, you know, ruining our nice little pick'ems here.
All
No,
I'm going
kidding.
to say is that I asked Insight directly, yo, do you care? Does it matter to you whenever you see people trashing on your play and whatever? He said, it's just online, dude. I come different on LAN, and you know what? He fucking proved it this year. every single time.
Especially in Birmingham, yeah.
Every
Yeah,
time.
crazy.
So, you know what? Give it a 3-2 just so that Koi go through in the bracket for me.
All right. Next up, I think we got a pretty clear-cut one here. Don't need to spend a lot of time. LA Thieves Falcons. Are we
Flip
cool
the
with
coin.
that?
Flip the coin.
You know what? I agree 100% with you, Davey. 3-0. It's a slapping, but we need to, for the sake of the show, we
The
need to do
coin
the
flip will
coin.
determine if Falcons take one map.
Okay, I respect that.
Again, it's not going to focus. The loon is our Falcons take a map, and the heads, the queen here, rest in peace. That is our Falcons lose.
No,
3-0.
this has got to be for the series, not a map.
No, it's Thieves.
No, like don't even joke like
come
that.
on, man.
Don't even joke like
They
that.
got
man.
rid of their worst player, guys.
That is the loon, everyone. We give
All
Falcons
right.
They're gonna
one
come
map.
in fresh.
They will win the overload.
They're gonna come in so fresh with the honeymoon period.
With
Swear to
Aluka,
God.
the guy who has not spawned into the league yet. No.
They don't know what he's gonna bring, dude. Aluka is literally the king of upcoming talent, as
Oh my
everybody's been
God.
saying.
Oh,
was-
my
he was
All I'm
the
gonna
one.
say,
I don't know if he still
everybody's been gassing him. The only reason he's not here winning the majors that Niam's taking is because of the visa issues. And you know what? As someone who's been through something like that, I feel you, Luca. I feel you. I know what it's like to have your whole life denied by some red tape bureaucracy. You know what I mean? I believe. You know what? I'm gassing myself to actually believing this bit. Falcons can win it, like legitimately. Actually, now that I think about it, they got rid got rid of Lei G, and Kismet's out here is gonna direct the troops like he's a fucking Call of Duty version of fucking washed up Kerrigan, bro. If Nico can win with Kerrigan again, they can win with Aluka. Anyway,
You
Thieves
are
go
cooked.
through. But I won't be surprised.
We're gonna keep the 3-1 here, but
I won't be surprised if
appreciate the
Falcons
sentiment.
do win. It would be so fucking funny.
All right, listen, grand delusions aside, I do want to talk about Falcons for 1 second. Is this the worst land team of all time in the CDL? And what I mean by that is I don't think Falcons are the worst team ever in the CDL. Not even freaking close, man. Not even close. But I truly believe that this roster for Falcons this year was the worst land team we have ever had. I am pretty sure, I need to fact check myself on this, but I'm pretty sure they have not won a single map on land for more than 2 majors.
Map?
Map.
Keep yapping. I'll check this.
Like,
That would be
I'm pretty
tragic.
sure the last 2 majors, they have bombed out 0-3 every single game.
Well, they did. I mean, even if they did win a map, they looked good in qualifiers the last major or two and bombed out both times.
Online.
Yeah, and it's kind of feeling like they're an online team or just not a LAN team. And the crazy thing is everyone is blaming XNID, and I actually disagree. I think XNID is looking okay on LAN. Like at the start of the year, he definitely had some jitters, but in my opinion, XNID is like a very complete player right now. Like I actually think he's quite good and like very deserving of this Falcons roster spot. So maybe Aluka is going to be what he needs because he just needs some young up and
they
comers.
got rid of their worst player, right?
With Pred, I mean, if we're going off last major, definitely. That's recency bias. But like, I actually was messaging in our group chat. Me and Davey were messaging about this, I remember, of like, is he betting on himself, bro? Like, he looks like he's throwing. Like, is he betting on himself? Because there was some plays in that S&D where he just like was running around, bro. It's like that basketball meme of like, he got y'all food, man. He just running around. He ain't doing nothing.
Also, your stats are so I made them the fuck up. I do agree that they have looked so bad, but okay. Major 4. They went to game 5 with Minnesota. So they won 2 maps.
Major 4.
At Major 4.
Okay, hold on. Go check Major 3 and 2, bro.
Okay, I'm not done. Major 4, and then they went 3-0 against Toronto because they get knocked out. So last place, they got 2 maps on Minnesota. Major 3. Now this kind of fucks you up because this is the one where they had a group stage with the AM teams.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
They 3-0 New York, and then get 3-0'd by Vegas. Drop down 3-0 Paris. Actually, they qualify. Yeah, they qualify into bracket. 3-0 Paris. Go against Texas. Game 5. Drop down to losers bracket. 3-0'd by LAT. So.
True. Okay, so in the winners bracket they're okay, but as soon as they get the losers, it's a 3-0 fest.
Remember,
Fair enough.
they went game 5 with Optic in Major 3 and almost make it to winners.
Eh. Don't really
And
care.
they got rid of their dead weight, Leiji.
What a sad story that is,
I
man.
know,
Can I
right?
just say, like, unironically, man, addiction sucks. Gambling addiction, especially.
Allegedly.
Listen, you'd say allegedly. We all know. Like, come on, bro. Look at the guy.
His
What
comments
can you say,
are not
man?
my own words, allegedly. I can't be
No,
out
but-
here
okay.
accusing people.
Little. I mean, this is a very. Again gonna keep it at 3-1, but this is a fun side note for Falcons. I always like making that joke that they had 6 rings on the team with Pred. It's only 5 now without Pred. But Dino's always saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter. 3 of those rings aren't even in the server." Well, at EWC, when the coaches are on the stage in the mics, they will be on the stage.
Oh,
So
well,
Falcons
okay.
win EWC 5 rings.
Will they even get to the stage, though? Will they even get to the stage?
Unbelievable.
Come on,
Go to
Davey.
Phase G2. Go to Phase G2.
And what are those 3
Phase
rings
G2.
doing? What are those 3 rings doing for them off the stage?
Biggest Clayster hater, man. Unbelievable. Just respect
I
one
don't
of the
hate
goats, man.
Clayster even.
Just
but
respect
still.
one of the goats.
Okay, you
So-
can't give me this energy when you're saying that Aluka won't be the second coming of Christ. You either say they have 6 rings and Aluka will be the next biggest thing, or you say they are nothing. Pick one side and be consistent. This is your problem, dude. You always just flip-flop based on your vibe of how you feel at the second.
Isn't that the whole point of the show? Expect no expertise? Sorry, I signed up for it.
Expect something, not just the randomness of this dude's brain, dude.
We literally coin flip for this Falcons team every time.
Exactly. What kind of Falcons supporter would I be if I wasn't going with the coin flip opinion, man? Like, come on. Today they're going
Don't
to be
give me that
garbage.
bullshit. You-
Tomorrow they're going to be the
No,
goats.
no.
Nico
Okay,
just
okay,
won his
okay.
major over in CS.
Stop right
You know,
there.
seems to me
Stop
like
the fuck
you're
right
just a little
there.
bit salty
No.
that you know.
You're changing the goalpost. I'm ignoring you, Orion, because you're just stepping on this shit. But I'm actually serious now. David, you just fucking shifted the goalpost. Oh, we're flipping a coin. No, this time you changed it to be flipping a coin to win a map. When the entire fucking year we did flipping a coin to win
It's only
series.
because they're against the best team in the game right now.
Stand on business. Excuse me? Excuse me? The best team in the game right now?
I think LA Thieves is an argument for that.
They were 1 map away from going back to back, and 100 Thieves
Okay,
Valorant just won EWC.
Orion, valid. They're in argument from that. What you said there is not what Davey just said. Davey said they are the best team in the game. Not they could
think
be
they
the
are.
best team in the game. He said they are, because this guy is gonna bring up fucking Valorant again.
They what did they 3-0 Optic in the winners final? They 3-0'd Optic in the longer series in the final. They lost by 1 map, so it was as close as it was as close as you can be to repeating there.
And I mean,
So I
you know,
still do think
Optic had
Thieves will
losers
definitely-
bracket, so is it really even a valid win on their part? To be honest, like, can we even really count a major win if you come from the losers bracket? We all know how rigged it is.
Okay, that makes me want to go on another tangent.
Okay. You baited him. I was like, this one I'm not gonna get baited by, because this one
I'm at the cauldron, bro. I'm just stirring. I'm going crazy.
Everyone
David.
always says you have an advantage if you come from losers bracket. Maybe you do, but you know what? Like maybe you do. Let's say you do, because the team that comes out of losers bracket is hotter. They just played. They just won. They're fired up. They're ready to go. Sure. 10 times out of 10. Teams will not choose to go through losers bracket if they don't have to. They want to go through winners, because if you go to losers, you might lose and you might not make the final.
Yeah, duh.
So although
Like,
they have an
yeah.
advantage, stop complaining unless you actually want to intentionally lose in winners and then play through losers. Stop it.
Look,
I don't wanna hear it.
All I'm gonna say about the losers bracket, winners bracket shit is that, yeah, there's probably an advantage, which if you want a proper tournament, probably should fix that. But if you play a Danish crowd in CS and you're playing against a Danish team, they will cheer for them if your crosshair is on you on the smoke. You just gotta play to that, and some teams have learned to play against that. Just play the tournament. Tournaments are different here and there. You gotta take that into account. Some tournaments, it's just a studio. Everything's equal. Some tournaments, you're in Brazil. Fans are spitting on you. Just gotta deal with it, you know? So let's move on. What's the next match?
Take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, if I had the choice, if it was just purely up to me, would I want to get to the grand final by winning through winners, or would I rather risk it and go through losers? And I think you already know the answer. You just need to admit it to yourselves. All right.
And if you don't agree, you're just not an athlete. Like genuinely, you just don't get it.
It's just
Exactly.
it's what is it? What is it? Our former one of our former mottos in Orion in my team. Just adapt, bro.
Just adapt.
That-
Like honestly, that's the thing. Like the game's different. The tournament format's gonna change. This year we talked about this. The tournament format changed every fucking time. You kind of have to adapt. It sucks, but you have to adapt if you want to win. Next match.
Speaking of adapt.
Next match.
Speaking of adapt.
Next match.
FaZe
Who's it?
adapt, baby. All right. FaZe versus G2. Here we go. G2 last major was the most disappointing team to me. I like the look of that roster so much, and I just want them to have better results than they do. But saying that, they haven't, and FaZe they haven't been top 2 every week, but every major, but they've been pretty consistent every major. So I want to lean FaZe here, maybe 3-1, maybe 3-2.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best LAN teams against one of the worst LAN teams, and it's just going to be a shellacking. Like honestly, maybe Kremp is going to pull out a miracle in S&D, but honestly, I don't have a lot of hope. Actually, you know what? I'm not giving G2 enough credit. Envoy is always coming to champs a little diffy, right? Like Envoy does always show up in the big tournaments. He is a bright lights kind of guy. I think that they can get some maps, but honestly, FaZe is just like, they are maybe the best LAN team in the league. We were just talking about Falcons being the worst. I think FaZe is maybe the best. And I think 0-4 is also a big time bright lights merchant. So I think FaZe is going to, take this one comfortably. Maybe G2 gets a map, but, 3-1.
0-4 and Abuza are on the champs revenge run right now.
And oh man, I didn't even think about Abuza. That guy is a Lanimal, bro. He won't be insane in this match, but in their, whether they win the tournament or when they get eliminated, Abuza will be having the game of his life in his last games at champs.
Yep.
Okay.
You cool with this, Dino? 3-2?
No. I'm gonna set this up first.
Oh,
I'm gonna set this up first.
Okay.
You know that this household is an Envoy household.
Yeah.
So
If Envoy has
No,
a million fans,
no.
I am one.
if Envoy has a million fans and I am not one, she is one. but I am not a crazy person. I am a reasonable person, okay?
Oh, I know it's gonna be cooked with that.
No. Okay. I'm reasonable, okay?
Most of the time.
Simp is my goat. But
Wow.
I do still believe in G2. And you know what? I'm vindicated by this because what is it? Kleenex was out here saying, "Oh, they could win. Their S&D has been looking diffy the past week." And if Kleenex is out there saying that shit, dude, I'm like, "Oh, whoa, they must be making some sort of moves and plays in the fucking scrims right now." Give it. They are playing champs against home team and shit like that. Abuza, my son, and draws all that shit and whatever, all the bright lights merchant, all that bullshit. I'll give it a FaZe. Sure. Yes, I do think FaZe will take this comfortably. But don't count them out. Do not count out my boy Dylan Hannon out. Look, they're going to make a run, but we can talk about that more. That's why I'm saying I'm setting it up. We can talk about that more in that lower bracket. Let's move on, shall we? You can give it a FaZe. What, 3-1?
Do you want to run through all of winners first, or do you want to go back and
all
forth?
winners first. Go
and
all
losers?
winners first.
All of winners. Okay. Winners round 2, Friday, July 17th, 7:30 p.m. We have Optic versus Gentlemates.
Ooh. Optic.
Gutty?
Yeah, I think this. I'm leaning Optic on this one. I think Joe Deceives will have a great series, and they'll ultimately lose comfortably.
I think their big explosion was in Paris. Literally their home turf with an entire like fucking huge ass stadium screaming for them. That was, I feel like, their peak if they were going to do anything. They're not going to come out as hot as they did then, and they couldn't beat them then. They're still going to be good. I won't be insane and be like, "Oh no, Paris is trash now because they dropped our boy Envoy." But no, okay, they're still going to be good. But Optic is going to take it. 3-2 though.
My only reservation
Last
about
season's gonna be
picking
wild.
Optic here is that, like, Optic going through winners bracket to the grand finals, like, every single time is just so statistically unlikely to me.
But it's
Like I think it's
probable.
more likely, but it's just like I think it's more likely, but like when you look at it, when you remove yourself from all the knowledge and the culture of COD, and you look at it mathematically,
Okay,
it's just
mathematically.
so unlikely.
Okay, what is the
I ju-
percent if we're
I
talking
just
pure
couldn't believe it.
mathematics here, Davey? What percent do you think? Yeah, just throw me a ballpark.
69%.
69%? 69%?
Repeating, of course.
69%?
Maybe 42.0%.
For a gold pool on Nikkei, that's 0.1%. I'm taking that fucking odd, dude. 69% is great.
It could also be 42.0%. Just you know. I
That's
don't
still
know if
good odds.
I don't know if I carried
I'm-
the 4 properly.
I'm making the poll. 42? Hell yeah, let's go. That's almost a 50-50, bro.
All right. How many maps? 1, 2, 0?
I think this will. I think this could go 5 games. It would be very gentleman's to lose this in 5.
But I
I
think
feel
the
they're a
S&D
team that
is
lives
gonna
for
be a blowout.
heartbreak.
I think the S&D would be a blowout in the game 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like mentally.
Fair
they
enough.
might
I like
collapse.
it. All right. This
Sid's
is
gonna
the
be like
closest one
1v3
so far
in like
for me.
every round with the sniper. Anyway, yeah.
is the closest one for me so far. I could see it going either way. I don't have a very strong opinion about this other than my Thieves allegiance. Over to you guys. Tell me what you think again.
What's the matchup again? Because I can't exactly see. The
This is Winners Round 2, Friday, July 17th, 6 p.m. LA Thieves versus FaZe Vegas.
Thanks for the time. FaZe Vegas, Thieves. Damn, they have gone head-to-head multiple times on land, and it's always been like a good match.
I don't know. This one's a no-brainer for me. So go ahead, Dino.
Oh, it's a no-brainer for you? Then yeah, it's a no-brainer for me as well. FaZe up all the way, baby. FaZe up. I think they're just gonna come out.
Interesting.
I think they're just gonna come out different this weekend. It's champs, man.
Fair enough. I think for me, this is the one that FaZe loses. I think LA Thieves take the series, and I think that it'll be a close one. But if I know anything about FaZe, like they love the lower bracket, man. They're not scared like a lot of our teams are, right? So I think it would be very FaZe to like go out of winners pretty early, right? I think that's kind of something that has been pretty consistent in all the tournaments so far. So I do think FaZe is going to do great at champs, but in this specific winners bracket matchup, maybe not.
Damn.
One thing you're not considering that I don't completely buy into this, but one thing you're not considering is that champs scrap curse you've been talking about.
That is true. What do we think? Can he break the curse, Dino? I feel like you must have a strong opinion about this with him betraying your org and everything.
Let's shift the perspective differently, shall we? Let's take that point, a very valid point. Let's put it in a box over here. We'll leave it there for now. Okay. That's the point you brought up, Davey. And let's go.
Sure.
What's the Roth phase? It's Simp, Abuza, Draza, 04.
04.
And then Scrap, Hydra, Neum, Abizi.
Correct.
How many of them have been to Champs Grand Final
On FaZe?
on all of these teams?
On everyone
Everyone?
except for Neum. Everyone except for
Everyone
Neum.
except for Neum. So, you've got this rookie coming into his first champs ever against these seasoned vets. These vets who played in grand finals as well. Simp winning them, Draws winning them his own way, and 04 and Abuza finally getting their vindication from last year. And you've got a Scrappy, like you said. Let's take the box that we put, right? We have that Scrappy that, not historically good. And also Neum coming in. A Scrappy Neum out here doing 6-7 after he win a fucking match, bro. You see that clip?
No, I didn't.
And like I said,
Thankfully.
I do think FaZe are gonna come different this weekend. Simp turns the fuck up during champs.
I do think FaZe
The cards
probably,
are just stacked against them in from what I see. Sure, close, but
Yeah.
they're still stacked against.
I do think FaZe would be considered underdogs here, but I even want to almost predict that they're going to win here.
All right, well,
Yeah,
you guys own it.
thinking about
You've heard my perspective on thinking Thieves are going to win
Think
it, but
about New
I do
York,
think this will be
bro.
really close.
Think about
I do
the
think
New
this one will
York
be really
house.
close.
Think about the New York house, dude.
The New York house is pretty sick,
on.
dude. I remember FaZe Chico
Nah.
doing guess the G Fuel, mixing G Fuel flavors, blindfolding people, having to get them together. That directly translates to FaZe Vegas's 2026 champs success.
There it
Directly.
is. Quote it. Put it on a T-shirt.
All right,
So they're going through. Are you putting them through?
I put FaZe through.
Oh
Okay,
shit! Oh fuck! One of my Fugazi
Winners-
arguments worked. All right, let's go on.
winners final. Saturday, July 18th, 6 p.m.
Also, hold up, Ryan.
I,
Do you
I
have
think
like
that
fluff on
I
your
think
hair?
that's Eastern time.
Oh, probably the cat hair, man. The cat's sitting next to me. Just a ball of fur.
Winners,
ahead.
what is
Winners
it? What
final.
is
Saturday, July 18th, 6 p.m.
Is it
Optic
Optic
Texas versus
Vegas?
FaZe
Oh,
Vegas.
damn, the
FaZe Vegas.
E-Classical, baby.
E Classico.
Damn.
I was just talking
This
about
is going to be a
mathematics.
sick one. That's all. Like,
If
I
is
don't
this
know what to
matchup, it'd actually
predict,
stick.
but I think this is going to be so sick, man. Like, it's Optic with then the home team in FaZe. It's Optic FaZe. Like, come on, man. This is going to be cinema. When it gets to here, like when this bracket comes true, this is going to be cinema.
This is tough
And
for
I
me
was
to
just
predict just
talking
because
about-
I've run out of
yeah.
phase glaze and I don't necessarily feel anything strong about optics, so I honestly don't know how it's gonna go.
I was, this is tough for me because I was just talking about in winners round 2 the mathematical improbability of Optic getting through winners bracket every single time. But
42%,
since I predicted the FaZe upset on Thieves, I don't really see Optic losing to FaZe in the winners final. I think it could be close. It might not actually be all that close. I think it's like a 3-1.
Okay. I will say if
Honestly, I
phase,
could see it.
if phase do go through, I think they win. Like 90% they win if they go into grand finals.
Champs or the winners final?
Champs.
What?
If they win winners finals, they win grand
Oh, I
finals
see.
90%. 90%.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
No. Crazy
And-
would be saying 100%. That's why I gave
And
you
then at that
10%.
point- And then the narrative is at that point,
I'm reasonable.
Simp matches the amount of rings held by the best of all time, and he's Simp. Simp becomes the greatest of all time by winning champs 2026 without debate.
For once, we agree.
Is that the narrative?
For
Gutty, are you on board with
we
that?
agree on
I could see it.
something.
I could see it. Who's the current GOAT? Let me hear that from both of you.
Karma.
I really didn't watch, but I mean,
Karma. Sorry,
Uh,
I have to. I've stuck with it ever since like 2018. I'm sticking with it now.
Yeah, fair enough.
know,
No.
people are always telling me it's Crim,
No, no, it's karma.
but you know what? I'm gonna say Scum. Whatever.
All right. Respects.
Sure.
I like it.
I don't mind that one. I know you as a person, so I feel like that's very in person to what you would say. So that's
But
not
that is
rage baiting me.
But that's the narrative that I just concocted in my head. That's what I'm rooting for. FaZe win champs 2026, and Simp becomes the undisputed greatest of all time in Call of Duty.
Okay,
Let's go to the losers bracket.
We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves though. But are we saying Optical win this? Or...
Yeah, we said Optic win
Okay,
the
Optic
winners
win.
final. Yeah.
Okay, so they drop down. Losers
I put
bracket
down a
time.
3-1. Yeah. Elimination round 1, Friday, July 17th, 3 p.m. We have Miami Heretics versus Toronto Koi.
Koi.
Yeah.
Boy, it's a slammage, bro. It's a 3-0.
Slammage.
Heretics ain't winning a map on
It's
land
a-
this year.
It's full circle. They started off the year even before the preseason and slammed them in that very first online game. Orion, you and I were watching that shit live. They got slammed, and ever since then it's been up and down. Full circle. They're gonna slam them again. It's gonna be
Singer.
funny. It's gonna be like, why the fuck did all this happen in the first place? All this shit with Real and whatever off season. What's the point of that? We're just gonna slam you at the end of the year anyway.
right, well, that was
Anything more
easy.
to be said? No, let's move on. Fuck it.
No, that was it. 3-0. 3-0 Toronto. See you later, Miami.
Hashtag
Elimination round 1, Friday, July 17th, 4:30 p.m. We have Riyadh Falcons versus G2 Minnesota.
G2.
It's such a mid-off, man. It's crazy. Like, if there is one to skip, this would be it for me. Oh, boy.
They're bringing in an unproven challengers player who has barely have flip-flopped between going through EMEA and NA the whole year, jumping between fucking Falcons, Amit, Huntsman and shit like that, and then being thrown into this Falcons team that's playing around Xnid, bro. Poor Kismet's out here losing years of his life. No way they're gonna do anything. And yes, I know this is a complete 180 to what I was doing just 20 minutes ago.
Is this like you were planting this bit 30 minutes ago, man? Like, come on, what is this? Nah, man, Luka. I said it when people were hyping him up. So overhyped. He might be all right, but he ain't gonna be all that.
Regardless of the bet.
How far into champs did Boston make it when they picked up Snoopy for champs?
For their original.
That was Modern Warfare 2,
Let me
right?
pull it up.
Yeah,
Pull it up. All
I
right,
believe
give
so.
give your piece about this while I look this up, Davey.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Aluka. I've never seen Aluka play other than in clips where people are saying, "Oh my God, he's shooting! Look at that." So I really have no idea who Aluka is or how he is. So I'm just gonna. I don't know. Do Falcons honeymoon? Do they honeymoon? I don't know.
Boston, when they picked up Snoopy for that year, they went all the way to 5-6.
I mean, that was a really good result for that roster. Are you kidding me? Name the players. Name the players. And tell me this is a 5-6 champs team.
Okay, I'll name you the players, but I'll name you who they want.
All they need
Awakening,
to be 5-6 is
Beans,
to win
Crimp,
this.
Snoopy. Lost against Texas, and then they played against... Their one win was against Minnesota Rocker of Bance, Cammy, Fame, and Attached. So...
What,
Yeah,
you don't like
I mean,
Vance?
Don't give me that shit when all of you been shitting on Attached and shit. It's
They
the
would
Attached
be
roster, dude.
if they won only this match. Remember, there's only 8 teams at champs. If they win this match only, and then they lose the next one and get knocked out,
Yes.
they make 5-6.
Yes, that's how they made 5-6.
That said, this team I don't think is beating G2. I'm gonna put in a G2 3-1.
Wait, are we
I'm
talking
with it,
about?
man.
Are we talking about Falcons G2?
Yeah.
Falcons versus
I think you got
G2 is winning.
No,
Flip the
for
coin, though.
spiritual sake.
Flip the coin.
See you
though.
later,
Yeah.
Falcons.
Consistency. We've
See you
done it the
later,
whole year.
Falcons. 7-8.
Flip the coin.
Huh?
For a map like you did last time. How about that?
All right, I'll flip it but I'll have it 3-1. So I have it 3-1 right now. So if it's the Loon, Falcons get 2 maps, and if it's the Queen, again, Falcons only get the 1. Here we go. Bang. Predictions for the coin?
It's all loons, baby.
It is the Queen.
Oh shit.
Nah, that's it.
Oh, shit.
All right, 3-1. Clean and easy.
3-1. Elimination round 2, Saturday, July 18th, 4:30 p.m. LA Thieves, Toronto Koi.
Koi. Hashtag sponsored. Hashtag
Wow.
not sponsored.
Okay.
We have such a compromised freaking, podcast co-host. This is unbelievable.
This might be the most biased.
If anything, it's
matchup
ethical
of
for
the-
me
of the
to be
tournament so far.
compromised in these picks. I'm not even faking it, bro. Let's go, Koi. Where's my shit?
It would fit with the narrative that I don't even buy into, by the way, that scrap
Boy.
bombs at champs.
They're not even on the team
I do think
anymore.
Thieves
They're
is
not even on the
much.
team.
Thieves, but if I look at these teams, Thieves is so much better right now.
Like,
If this was Toronto when they first picked up Kips and Joe Deceives was still on the team and they were looking reborn, then I would totally say Thieves out. As much of a Toronto fan as I am, I cannot see their current roster, their current form beating the Thieves right now. I can't.
But
as
this,
much as I want
this
to,
is
I can't.
always where the scrappy champs upset happens. When
you're
you
going to tell
accept
me
them.
Abe is going to pull up and gun Hydra?
No, he's gonna
No,
gun.
man.
He's gonna
It's
gun.
not possible.
He's
It's
gonna gun
Champs Hydra, bro.
Neum. He's gonna
Like-
gun Neum.
Like, get over yourself, bro. It's Champs Hydra, man. Like, it's okay, man. It's all right. These things happen.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Toronto has no rings on that team either, by the way, which is really sad.
True.
totally
I
should by
fucking
now,
hate
but-
it when you keep saying that, dude. Because by that
Yeah.
logic, fucking Killa
Having
should be
won-
winning these
having
matches.
won the tournament before means something when you're evaluating these teams. Of course it does.
You're just condense it to they don't have any rings, as if the
Honestly,
ring match
and
makes them immediately win. It's a different fucking game, dude. What did Abizi win his ring on?
Listen,
He
you can
won-
say it's a different game and all this, but Davey actually has a point with this one. Maybe with
Oh,
another
come
team,
on.
you could argue against it, but Koi did make it to Champs Grand Finals multiple times. What happened to them in those Champs Grand Finals? They got probably the hardest shellacking in any Grand Final ever in Modern Warfare 2. Maybe at Champs at least. And then, remember that time in Cold War when finally it went to LAN at the end of the year and we got reverse swept in like a best of 9?
2 words.
That wasn't at champs, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
also,
the
that
same
wasn't
year.
a chance. But 2 words. Kismet.
they lost. They lost to
MW2.
FaZe in like a decently close
Bats.
match in the final.
That's all I need to say.
Cammy was different that year. I'm gonna put Thieves 3-1. Toronto take an S&D. Why not?
Okay, that's another one I save in the cash. I was just gonna save the Toronto 3-0 in the cash.
Dude, it breaks my heart to do it. I want to see Toronto and Insight and Kleenex get it done so badly, but against it's a bad draw for losers.
All right,
We
who's the next
predicted the
match?
FaZe upset against Steve.
Who's the next match? G2.
Elimination
right?
round 2, Saturday, July 18th, 3 p.m. Paris Gentlemates versus G2
Oh,
Minnesota.
baby, G2, baby. Oh,
You think G2 is gonna win this?
yes. Ghost and Sib are going to be so fried, dude. They're gonna
I
be
do
so fried
think.
in
Well,
the
hold
head.
on. First of all, we got to determine: is marijuana legal in the state of Nevada? Does anyone know? Is marijuana legal in the city of Las Vegas?
Since the new laws went into effect, all adults 21 older may now buy marijuana in Nevada, regardless of whether they are a Nevada
Oh.
citizen.
So they can. And I also think there's an element of G2 is too good to have performed the way they did the last major, and I think they could perform better here because they've had more time. Now, that was still a pretty fresh team.
Who do
And
you
Paris
think?
is still
Man.
also
I think
fresh.
Skies is just too much of a
I'm
weak.
leaning G2. Skies has a ring, dog.
Who do you think will be more icy in a Game 5 Round 11?
Between who?
Like, okay, it's like a Ghosty and Sib, or Envoy Skies.
I see what you did there. I see you took the two, ARs on one team and an AR SMG on the other team. I see you.
No, I'm putting the two vets together.
Oh, that's what it is. Sib's a vet now.
The leaders.
Ghosty's a vet now.
The leaders. I'm putting the leaders together. Who the fuck
I
is
don't know,
on the
man.
Gentleman's right now?
It is Sib, Ghosty, Joe Deceives, Estriel.
Oh, wait, hold up. We completely forgot about that. No, yeah, G2 all the way. G2 all the way. I didn't even need to put Estro into that 2v2. I'm still confident.
I think it'll go 5, but I want to lean G2. I'm not going to lie.
I think you guys are crazy, man. Like, I'm a Joe Deceives hater.
Estriel getting defended by Orion, everyone. What
How
has this world
did it
come
come
to?
to?
No.
What has
very
this world
end.
come
The
to?
very
That this
end.
take is cooked from you guys. Like, come on, man.
Okay, let's make it
I don't
fun.
believe in
Let's
Estriel,
make it
but
fun.
you're telling me Joe Deceives isn't gonna farm these guys?
No,
Like,
no.
come on, can we be serious
No,
here?
no.
Like,
Game 5, Round 11, Estro versus Krem.
oh, it's Crump all day, bro. But I don't think he gets there.
And you know why? Okay, this isn't even a hypothetical. Because you know why? Estro's baiting ass will be the last one alive. And Kremp Island plays all over on the other side. They're going to be the ones in the 1v1. Not Joe.
No, man.
Not
Estro
all
gets
boys.
first blooded every round 11, like without fail. Like,
No. He's going to play fucking scared when they get to the Game 5, as he always does, man. And in that last
oh, he's
round,
always scared. Like, you don't have to tell me,
in
what I
that
think
last
about
round,
the man. I know.
he's gonna be like, bro, let me switch it up. I'm gonna go, let me hit bottom mid. He's gonna be the last one. 1v1 Kremp gets it.
You also got to remember, this is the same city where Skies won champs. Just so you know.
What did I don't know, man? Modern Warfare 2. It's kind of a Mickey
I
Mouse
actually
one.
can't
Okay.
believe Toronto got slammed by that team with Priesta and Skies on it.
That's unbelievable.
It's cause Scrap shit talk Kismet, dude. It's cause he's shit talk
That's
Kismet
true,
in the
that's
winners
true.
finals. Literally.
I don't know, man. I think you guys are fade. If I have to, succumb to the bracket that comes out of this, fair enough. But
Joey,
I
I had
think
to
you guys
succumb
are
to the
faded.
first pick bracket of fucking Koi dropping, so I don't want to hear shit.
all right, LA Thieves G2 though.
Dino, what are you saying? You're cashing this one?
I'm not cashing this one. G2's going through, right?
No, but that's what you've been saying. I'll cash this one. Paris could win.
No, I ain't cashing that shit. No.
I'll cash it.
All I'm
cash it.
gonna say is that fucking Joe came fucking late to my shoot, and as a result, that shit was so hard to edit. But let's move on.
Elimination round 3, Saturday, July 18th, 7:30 p.m. We got a late one here, boys. LA Thieves versus G2 Minnesota. Now, Hydra and Skies both won in Vegas. That argument is nullified. Keep going.
Okay, good.
Nullified.
Keeping us honest.
Okay. Let's compare the heads to head. Who's the fucking? It's Skies, Kremp, Nasty, Envoy. Nasty up against.
Nasty also is a player going for Champs Revenge right now.
Nasty versus Neum. I think Nasty wants it more.
Nasty's been great all year, but he's been contained. He's been jailed. And now he's out, ready for the biggest tournament of the year.
I think it comes.
He's
down...
gonna lay it all on the line.
Okay. Swapping a little bit back to actual serious mode, it's gonna come down to the subs. Hydra, BZ,
Yeah.
Envoy, Cramp. Is there any angle we can see here?
Just listen to those names you just listed, bro. Just listen to them,
What
bro.
the hell? You've
Well, I
never
mean,
been
I'm
one
not-
to be enamored by the names? Come on.
You're gonna tell me Champs Hydra, Champs Abizi versus what? Kremp and Envoy.
Champs Envoy beat Champs Abizi
It's crazy
in
to
another
me,
very
man.
fast-paced game. I'm not saying
And
I want
remember,
G2 here.
okay,
I'm not
also,
saying it.
also,
Laying it on the line here.
Envoy was supposed to get that MVP in Vanguard too. His team thought so as well.
You're gonna compare Vanguard to Black Ops 7?
Don't give me that bullshit when you're comparing Modern Warfare and Black Ops 4 and Cold War to this shit. You literally said, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It's a game."
I honestly do think though, it's a 3-0 LA Thieves.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I mean, if you take the
and
name
honestly,
value-
like, hold on,
Yeah.
1 second. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Let's talk
go,
about more
go.
afterward. But like,
Go.
if we're being real for a minute, it's a 3-0, right? Like, do we agree? Like, maybe there's an angle. Like, we're looking for something. But if we're all honest with ourselves, if we really, think about what we're gonna think to ourselves before we go to bed tonight, this is a 3-0.
Okay, don't gaslight me.
You
Dennis.
gotta
Don't
remember,
try to
and-
gaslight me.
and-
You want me to be
and,
honest?
like,
I'll give you 3-1.
and we all-
I'll give you 3-1.
We all recognize, yeah. We all recognize that in the server on the day, anything can happen.
They get
right?
SMD. They get SMD.
If we're sitting here doing pick'ems, it would be irresponsible. While anything could happen on the day, while we're sitting here doing pick'ems, it would be irresponsible to not predict a Thieves kind of dominant series here. It would be. But I will say about that name value-ish thing we're talking about. When Kremp and Envoy are firing on all cylinders, like that's a pretty good SMG duo. Like, I'm not saying they're as good as Hydra and Abizi, but I mean, top 3, top 4 in the league. Yeah,
they're sweet. I ain't disrespecting it.
They
I'm
get
a
the
Kremp
S&D.
believer, but
And Dylan fucking Cannon Hannon drops he drops 40 game 4 for the loss. But you know what? That sets him up for a beautiful off-season transfer back up north, Prince of the North.
it's coming home.
okay.
Not for England, but it's coming home.
That you know what? I like that theory. I like that theory.
Yes, they're finally buying into one of my schizo theories, bro.
No, that
right.
that Modern Warfare 3 Toronto roster was so good. It was.
It
so
was,
good.
man. It
Oh,
was.
what a
That
shame.
year was a beauty in general.
Yeah. All right. Elimination final. Saturday, July 18th, 9 p.m. Is this East? This is Eastern, right? It's not 9 p.m.
Yeah. It's your time zone.
Oh, that's a late one. All right. We got FaZe Vegas versus LA Thieves to make it to the grand final against Optic.
What did we have them earlier? Did FaZe win Thieves? Did we have them as winning?
FaZe beat
FaZe?
FaZe
FaZe
upset
beat
Thieves.
Thieves. I can't talk.
Shit. Oh.
Oh.
You need to go
I think
FaZe,
FaZe-
Davey. You want to be consistent with what you've been saying? You got to go FaZe.
Well, it's not uncommon that, a team will slam in the upper bracket
Yes,
and
I
then
agree.
rematch against the team in the loser bracket. It goes the other way.
I
That's what happened
agree.
in Toronto in Modern Warfare 2 champs.
I agree.
They did get work earlier in
Thieves
the
will
tournament.
win this. But you can't say that after that display you made about them in winners finals.
Listen, guys, before we get too deep, I can see it. I can see we're going to be here for a while. All right. I just want to take a minute because, you two vetoed me on this one last time.
Okay.
And what I said before is that I think FaZe is going to lose his first one, but I think they're going to come back around and win the second. And I do believe this because they're a LAN team. It's deep in the tournament, bro. It's elimination final. It's the last match on the Saturday of champs. Like, the LAN team is going to come out here to play, man. Come on. This is going to be the series, if there was ever a series that, like, Abuza and 04 really prove why they were added to this squad, right? Like, come on, man. It's, like, we've seen what 04 can do in a grand finals in, I think it was Major 2, right? And then, Abuza, I truly believe, like, this is his tournament. Like, I so believe that. Like, Abuza is going to go nuclear here. Like, Dashi has a lot of hype right now. We talked about that with the MVP discussion earlier. But Abuza, man, like, if you don't know, you need to get to know. Like, he is a beast, bro. And he is a Bright Lights player. So I think he's going to just be electric in this series. And I think that we were talking about Scrap being a little bit of a champs choker. I think Abuza is going to teach him what Europe's about, man.
If this series goes a bit of a distance here, does Scrap start? He's a competitor, and he's not normally the kind of guy that I think chokes at tournaments, but he's at champs. He's in the loser's bracket. Does he start getting in his head here? I think it's fair to say he's the best player that we have currently that hasn't won champs yet in the league. He's got to think. Yeah. He's got to think it's his time. Does he get a little bit antsy?
He's got the roster for it. That's for sure.
What do you think, Dino? What do you think?
I think, in all honesty, that's just Fugue's narratives,
it's
dude.
Smoke and mirrors, you think?
No, it's Fugue's narratives. Okay. I'm not the number one.
I'm not the number one.
I'm not the number one. Shut the fuck up! I'm not the number one Scrap fan.
I don't buy into
you know this.
Joker.
You know that I'm not the number one Scrap fan, but I feel like people are focusing on it a bit too much, you know? People are calling Scrap out like he's fucking Choco back in FaZe versus C9 and shit like that in E-League Boston. But I think the FaZe angle is valid, less so on Scrap, but more so because Neum. What was the reason why the reason why most people said Thieves weren't as good last major was because Neum slowed down. Neum has been great as their facilitator, but what he also shows is that the role of the facilitator is important, and if it isn't playing up to the standards that you need it to be, the team can fail. And I think in this environment, playing so long, like you said, the last match of the day, it's been a long day, it's been a long tournament, right? They can realistically easily lose this against a bunch of hopped up vets on FaZe's side who have been on the stage before, and all these points about Abuza, Draza, Zaza brothers going fucking off in their home turf. People are gonna be still chanting "fuck you, Draza" for some reason, but yet it's going to empower him more, dude. And I think FaZe can't win this. Yeah, sure. You know what? I'm convinced. At first, I was on the side of these, purely on the basis of the slam them before, get slammed later. What did Orion say at the start of this? It's champs weekend. Anything can happen.
I think it's got to be FaZe in this series. In terms of maps, out of respect, I want to call it a 3-2, honestly. But my heart says it's going to be more comfortable for FaZe.
It's a 3-2. Game 5 is going to end on a round 10 with Scrap quickly going into a 1v3 scenario after the first 30 seconds. And you feel that part where you're like, oh, all hope is lost. Just like
FaZe have some made lineups
Toronto.
cooked, you know? Yeah.
So did we actually predict the grand finals of champs this year to be fucking FaZe Optic? Is it that fucking boring?
I'm the Thieves fan. I like Scrap. I don't buy into the champs choker narrative of Scrap quite yet. And if we're being honest, a top 3 exit, I don't consider a choke at all. You didn't win.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either.
But top 3 is a good showing at champs. It's disappointing, but it's a good showing. And I'm fully on board with my simp winning champs 2026 prediction.
Hold on, before we move on to there, would you say a top 3 placing at champs doesn't live up to the super team roster and the amount of money that Thieves have put into it?
I don't know. It's disappointing. No matter how big of a super team you build, you can't expect to win every
how
single
much resources
tournament.
have 100 Thieves put into this project, considering that they were predicted to win champs last year? What did they place last year?
I don't have access to their, but I don't know.
What did they place last year? And then this year, a top 3?
Yeah, I think top 3 is fine. I think all teams would be disappointed with top 3, but I think that, that is the place we should expect them.
They placed last.
Teams would be disappointed with top 2. I don't know where they placed last year. I don't know.
Okay, so would you be so you're saying that for them to reach your expectations of the super team that they are built to be, they need to win, right?
The goal. Okay, I don't like the idea of like win or fail. Like obviously winning is the goal, especially if you build a super team like this. But at the end of the day, it's a competition. Like other teams are building teams to be intentionally competitive with you. And if you don't win, that doesn't mean you wasted your money. Like you still put out a really good showing to try to win.
Okay.
It was a disappointing outcome, but I don't think it's like people say win or bust. And yeah, that's the saying, but that doesn't mean I think that a third place showing at champs with a first place and then a second place right before it, I don't think that's the team underperforming. I think that's just other teams showing up on the day and playing well like other top teams that they are.
And that's gonna be so exciting. Think about Boston last year, man. That was so fun watching them go off at champs, right? Like, who wasn't rooting for underdog Boston in every single match? Like, can we be honest with ourselves? Even if you're the biggest Optic fanboy, you wanted to see them do well in those series.
If Thieves lost to a Boston type of team, that would be disappointing. That would be bad.
Oh, well, do I have news for you? Oh, do I have news for you?
Okay, let's move on. I see. We're
Grand
almost in the
final Sunday, July 19th. Match is a best of 9, 6 p.m. First match of the day, only match of the day. No losers bracket advantage.
Well, what the fuck you
Optic
on about?
Texas
There's challengers
versus FaZe
finals.
Vegas.
Show some respect, you know.
That's not in
Aluka
this
runs
bracket.
that joint.
That's not in this bracket. Aluka is playing in the Pro League this time. He's not in the challenge one. Grand final Sunday, July 19th. Match is a best of 9, 6 p.m. Only match of the day.
Holy
No losers bracket advantage. Optic Texas, FaZe, Vegas, Clasico. Oh my god.
So what history do you want here, boys?
Absolute cinema.
What history do you want made here? Do you want a back-to-back-to-back, or do you want the real GOAT being crowned?
I want the real GOAT being crowned. The back-to-back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've never rooted for someone harder than FaZe if this is the eventual matchup, man. I'm so sick of Optic winning, man. Like, the whole point. Listen, we always, for those that don't know, there's a bit of a running joke that COD is like the WWE of esports, right? I think of like that first year with COVID, and someone made the fucking WWE with like the internet routers with Illy with the like glowing eyes. Man, that is a top 5 all-time shit post out of the Call of Duty scene. Like, WWE of esports, the baby face in the WWE, for those that don't know professional wrestling like that, baby faces can't win all the time. The whole point of the baby face is to go through the hero's journey. They have to fail to overcome themselves and their opponents over and over. If they win too much, you don't have a reason to root for them. Optic right now, they need to either become villains or they need to lose. And right now, they're not going to become villains. So they need to lose this matchup. FaZe is going to win it 5-2.
Exactly. And you know what? Like, if Optic do go back-to-back here, you know, people are going to look back on it in 5 years, 10 years, and they're going to say, you know what? That was a really impressive feat. We're going to remember this forever. We respect the hell out of that. You look back on Jordan and the Bulls, 2 3-peats in the same decade. That's crazy. When you're in the midst of that, it must be the most boring thing ever, dude. It sucks. Not to mention, if Optic win this one, Shotzi has 4 rings, and the narrative emerges, is Shotzi the GOAT? Is Shotzi the true GOAT? And we simply can't have that. I won't allow it. FaZe win 2026 champs.
Oh my god.
I'm with it.
Oh my god. I said this at the very start of the fucking year on our first episode. Did I do it, everybody? I psyoped these two into joining me and saying that Simp is the GOAT of all time? It took a year and they're on my side. Let's go.
Hey, he's one tournament away, baby. He's one tournament away. He's one tournament away. I've always been wanting it. I've always been wanting it. I've been saying, like, by the time he's done, Simp will be the GOAT. I've been saying it. By the time he's done.
Oh, he ain't done though yet, brother. He ain't done it. He's becoming the GOAT this weekend.
What do you think if Optic do win? First of all, how many maps do Optic win in this best of 9?
If we're gonna go by history, all the way to 9, bro. We're gonna go 5-4.
Oh my God, Cinema.
I mean, this is what I want. This is what we all want, right?
But here's
it doesn't matter what team you cheer for.
Here's the kicker. The last map's gonna be fucking Hacienda. Watch.
Oh no, not again.
Hasi search. I would be pretty disappointed in that. Not because Hasi's a
Honestly,
map or
I'd be
anything,
like,
but I do feel that and I've been pretty consistent about this throughout the whole year. I think I do feel that old Call of Duty maps are kind of a bummer to have in the pro set. Like I would honestly like to have it be all originals every year.
What
I
do
know
you
that's not
mean?
popular opinion, but
Yeah, wait.
that would be
The
my
old
preference.
maps are bringing the numbers. Can't you see? PSN is up again because Black Ops 2 BO remaster.
Have you guys played it at all? Is it
No,
living
bro,
up to
I
it?
ain't fucking playing on PSN again. Fuck that scam.
You're the one with the PlayStation.
All it took is one remaster dual pack for everybody to stop caring about no more discs. Davey, this topic's yours. All it took is BO2 remaster and BO remaster for people to not care about no more Sony discs. How does that make you feel,
And
Mr.
it's gonna be,
Physical?
and GTA 6 is gonna sell so
How
many
does that
copies.
make you feel, Mr. Physical?
I'm at the point. Anyone who doesn't know, most of you won't know this. My headset's about to die, so I'm gonna talk as I can't hear you guys as I'm changing this battery here. I am a physical media collector. That's what I like to do. I collect a lot of movies. I got over 500 of them. Collection's not the biggest, but it's growing all the time. Physical media is so important. Not only in terms of, I understand digital is more convenient for a lot of people, and that's fine. But not only is this bad for preservation, not only is it bad for ownership, but it's bad for anybody who likes getting a deal because Sony is now able to fully monopolize the entire PlayStation game market. Hold on, my headset's not turning
All right,
on.
let's
Here
move
we
on.
go.
Let's move on before you go into another
And
fucking
you don't
tangent.
want
I'm
Sony
just
to have
gonna drop
monopoly
this
over
last
your
thing.
market.
No, shut up. I'm gonna drop
You
this
don't want
last
that.
thing.
I
I'm gonna
couldn't
drop
hear
the
you
last
of
thing.
what you were saying. I apologize.
I'm
Go.
dropping this last thing. They dropped BO Black Ops 2 for, reasonable $30, $40. But to get all the maps, you gotta buy a season pass, guys. That shit's back. You gotta cough up an extra 20. Let's move on.
They
the
didn't
grand
include
finals.
the DLC
No.
map.
They didn't. You have to buy another season pass, bro. They have to buy it like it's back in the 360 days. All right, FaZe win this.
Okay.
FaZe win this. Shit.
But let's talk about it. If Optic do win, Dino, you can go first. Is Shotzi the true GOAT?
Oh my god, dude, that's so hard, dude. That's
4 rings.
so hard.
And a back-to-back-to-back.
Yes. Shotzi winning 4 rings, but to be the GOAT, he needs to win 4 rings. Simp, if he wins 3 rings, is the GOAT. But he only needs to win 3 rings. I think
agree.
there's a difference in that. Shotzi as the GOAT is some Michael Jordan shit. Simp as the GOAT is some LeBron shit.
I'm a LeBron GOAT defender. I don't watch a ton of basketball, but I like LeBron.
Good. Alright, so you're like, this is fucking cap, and he knows that I don't fucking watch basketball. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
if
sticking
I
to
buy
the
that.
analogy because it makes sense.
I do think though, like, listen, I'm saying the last part is cap, but I actually, I do agree that Shotzi has to win more champs, but also I do want to point out, technically, Simp's career is only 1 year longer in Call of Duty than Shotzi's. And if you really think about their trajectory as players, they've had a very similar career. So in my mind, like, this is what decides who's the GOAT because, like, they have had the same career. Now it's their head-to-head moment. And so, when FaZe, slams them and gets up and, talks his shit, it's going to be oh so satisfying, baby. And also just, on a completely biased, completely unreasonable level, Shotzi was already, like, kind of the best player in Halo. If he just comes over and is the best player in Call of Duty, man, like, I have to believe he's an alien. Like, I'm just annoyed.
The console esport GOAT.
Next, he's going to go pro in fucking Rocket
Console
League, bro.
FPS GOAT at least. Now he's gonna revive X Defiant and go pro in that.
I still have that. I still have that game on my drive, by the way. I still have it.
I'm gonna cut the recording, by the way.
Holy shit! Oh my god! Just doing a bracket was that much of a
Wow.
discourse, but I think we'll leave it there. The games literally start in less than 24 hours. I was gonna
Wow.
say this is the last one, but no, we still got EWC after this. But that's been the champs discussion. we'll see you after the dust settles, and we'll actually see who a new goat's gonna be crowned.
This is shaping
Yeah.
up to be one of the most cinematic champs in a long time. A lot on the line here,
Absolutely.
boys.
Yeah, like best of 9. It's going the distance. Optic phase. You heard it here first, folks. We have the script. It just is what it is.
And we get to find time to watch the Odyssey in between it all. Oh my god.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Scorsese.
Bye bye.